Okay, my name is Julian Zong, and today I will be doing a speech on a 4-day work week. Okay, I want to see a raise your hand. So raise your hand if you work 40 hours a week.
50.
Everybody, right? Okay, so I also want to raise your hand. Raise your hand if you guys are satisfied at the end of those 40-hour week. Like you're happy, you're ready to. You guys are mostly drained, right? Perfect, right? So this method of working 40 hours a week is such an old and outdated method, right? It was where the boomers were working. They were trying to build up the economy. But nowadays, in modern time, we don't really need to work 40 hours a week anymore, or even working 5 days a week, right? Something more suitable for us would be a 4-day week where we have more time for ourselves. Because after working those 40 hours weeks, you guys are drained, you're unmotivated, and you guys are depressed. Okay? Seen by a lot of you guys are drained, you guys are tired. Same as me, after working those 40 hours a week. Today we'll be discussing about the 4-day work week, right? So me personally, I think that the modern day world that we live in now, right? We need more time for ourselves. We don't really need to work that much anymore, right? And in order to do that, we need to start worrying about ourselves, right? So we need to cure the national crisis of burnout and depression. And we need to find a proven solution for creating happier and healthier people. And we need to start unlocking people individually as people. People aren't just machines. People are individuals that want to learn, they're going to grow, and the happier your people are, the happier they're willing to work for you, right? So, number one, we need to start maximizing output in less time, okay? That means that just because we work a 4-day week doesn't mean we do less, okay? That means that we need to do more within our time period that we have. So what we need to do is we need to find a more effective system. So I don't know what it is. For Amazon, I heard that they use this system called time off task. So when you're scanning an item, you have a certain amount of time before you scan a different item before you get to TOT. TOT stands for time off task, right? So you scan an item, and you don't scan another item within that 3 minutes, they know that you're off task, right? So that's one method that you can start using. And basically what we have to do is just produce more product with less amount of time, right? And also, we need to focus on workflow, delegating time, right? If we're able to delegate time better and find a better system, we're able to have less time to work and more productiveness, right? A study showed that pilots in airports, they maintain this 4-day week, but always switching pilots off and also switching people off, right? You said you work for 40 hours within those 4 days, you switch off, you switch off, you switch off. People have more time for themselves, they're more awake. I'm pretty sure you guys would not feel comfortable with pilots and work for like 5 days in a row, right? No, that's pretty bad, right? But being able to switch that off, that individual pilot or that individual person has more time for themselves, come back to work, more productive, more happy. They're ready to go for the next shift, right? Second, we need to start conquering these societal issues, such as people with depression. People don't have time for themselves, right? Sometimes people, when they work all the time, they go back home for 2 days a week to have 2 days off. The first day, which is a Saturday, they're mostly resting, trying to come back to life and recuperate. By the time it hits Sunday, they need to catch up to life, do laundry, clean their car, clean their room. They need to make time for people, especially if you have kids, if you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, you gotta make time for those people, but you don't have enough time because of the fact that you're spending most of your time working. Individual health is more important than individual wealth. Money does not buy happiness, but money is like kind of like a coupon, right? If you wanna have some fun, you use that money, you go have fun, you do whatever you wanna do, right? But more time is better, okay?
Time is money. Time is money.
Time is money, right? But I know, like, it's up to the individual. Sometimes people, they like going to work to make that money. Sometimes people, they prefer just staying home and working, just getting little by, just to get by, right? So obviously personal health and personal growth is really important to people. Nurturing relationships, right? I'm pretty sure some of you guys here, you guys have a man, I have a girl, right? Some people have kids. Some people, they work so much, they don't have time to take care of their kids. And then, like what I do, sometimes according to here, it says that people working all the time leads to divorce because they don't have time to spend together, right? If you guys get a divorce, that's less time for you to spend with your kids, more time in court, yada, yada, yada. You guys know the deal. There's not enough time to spend with the people you love, and that's what creates friction in a relationship. And also pursuing hobbies, right? So me personally, I used to go fishing. Fishing is a really, really time-consuming sport. You're just sitting there waiting for a fish to bite, and they take a few hours, right? Some people, they prefer doing real hobbies over working. That's just the truth, right? And you're just not going to be happy. Lastly, are you living to work, or are you working to live? right? I think honestly it should be a choice. Some people, if they want to work a 4-day week, let them work a 4-day week and still have a job, have the benefits, because they don't want to work. They don't want to work to live. They want to no. They don't want to. They want to work to live, not live to work. You know. And whoever wants to work that 40-hour week, they want to spend more time doing OT. That's perfectly fine. I think they should have a spot in this current society right now, right? But I think that a lot of people, like the younger generation, I don't think they're lazy, right? Do you guys think they're lazy?
No.
No, right? Do you think they just realize that time is more valuable than money? It's just like something that unlock in our brains, right? And I feel like because the younger generation just value more time, we should find more alternative options, right? So for Amazon, I talk about Amazon a lot because I have a lot of people that work at Amazon. They have this thing called Amazon Flex, where you're still an active worker, but you pick shifts that work best for you, right? You still go to work, you still have to work to meet this requirement, but you still have time to go to work. Also working part-time jobs. Part-time jobs are really important work too. You know, you don't have to work all the time, but you still be getting the full benefits of a full-time worker. You know, because you just don't want to work as much, but you still want to work, you know, provide. And lastly, to end this, raise your hand if you guys are considering a 4-day week. Raise your hand. I'm pretty sure, right? Because you guys are still young, you guys prefer having more time over money, even though you guys like money too, right? So just to end it off, I think that 4-day week is more productive than a 40-hour week, because as long as you develop a good system to boost productivity, then you don't have to worry about how many hours you're working. Just worry about the production you guys are doing, right? The better production, the more value you have, right? Second is boosting individual morale, right? An individual is a human, they're not a robot. If they come back after a 3-day weekend, they had a good time, they pursued their hobbies, they're personally growing, they're gonna come back more motivated to come help you out. You know what I mean? You support your team, the team support you. Lastly, there should be alternative options for people who want to work but don't want to spend the whole time working. So that's my speech. Hope you guys like it about the 4-day week, and I hope that you guys try to, like, you know, see what fits best for you guys. Thank you.